People. Olori Tobi Phillips don finally enter cage wey she no go fit escape. Yes, you might be surprised, you might be wondering that what's happening, Tobi don enter cage wey she no go fit escape oh. Tobi has finally seen her end. That is just the truth of it. Because what we have now, Tobi is still fighting. Tobi is still trying. By all means, she can have a leverage over every single thing happening in the palace. And based on what we have heard, based on what is circulating, and based on what we are following right now, Olori Tobi Phillips has been pressured to run a DNA test on those twins. Remember, they only found paternity proof, maternity proof. Olori Aderonke had a DNA, and Miriam had a reliable source giving her that Tobi bought her children through a surrogate mother. And after some time, we heard how the surrogate mother kept on coming out. It became rumor. From that rumor, we heard how the woman started making shocking demands. From all of those shocking demands, today they have pressured Tobi to run a DNA test, because right now, Tobi has no option than to agree to running a DNA test, simply because the Ifa chief priest has already sent words across to the Oni, stating that the Oni should not even accept those children. Nothing should concern the Oni with those children at all. And Tobi has to be on a safer side. The only reason to which Tobi would be granted mercy or those children will enter the Oni's palace is a DNA test should be run to know who is indeed the father of those children. And as it is right now, Tobi is at the verge of running a DNA test because she had no choice. If Tobi turns it down, then it is obvious that Tobi is hiding something. So Tobi has no choice than to agree to running a DNA test. Now the question is, where are they running this DNA test, and who is going to be in charge of the DNA test? Because if Tobi has a chance, she can manipulate whatsoever she wants. So my people, make we no jump talk wetin we never know yet, because the result of those DNA tests will determine whatsoever will be of Tobi in the palace, or what will happen next in that palace. So as it is right now, based on what we are seeing, the matter on ground is stating very clear that Olori Tobi Phillips have agreed to running a DNA test on the twins she has. And as it stands right now, it has become a thing of concern to everybody who has been following this matter over time. What will be the result of that DNA test? It is what everybody wants to see, everybody is eager to see right now. But at the end of the day, know that if that DNA test comes out negative, Tobi already knew. Yes, Tobi knew, because every evidence posting around this whole thing now is proving that Tobi did not carry any form of pregnancy. But the thing we keep saying is that Tobi have seen this thing of not carrying pregnancy yet faking it failed someone before. She have seen it ruin someone's life. She have seen it altercate someone's life completely. So why get involved with it? That is the question we are asking. Why get involved with it? Because if at the end of the day, Olori Tobi Phillips does not come to that realization that all she is doing is wrong, then Tobi is at that particular point in which we cannot even help her. Like, nobody can help her, because the last time this Olori Naomi's matter was, escalating, beginning to become something that was just being too big. Everybody, if the whole internet even waged a campaign for Olori Naomi, we saw how far it went. And the social media is a very big tool that everybody is using for the person's advantage right now. And no matter what happens, Tobi knows that the people love her, but if you don't live right, the people have eyes, they will see you, they will see what you are doing, and these same people, they would ignore you when the time comes. They would not even have any form of concern concerned with you at all if you are not living right. So whatsoever Tobi is doing, it is now left for her, because nobody will come out to support Tobi. Nobody will come out to come tell her that you are doing well when you are doing wrong. So, my people, the tail end of this matter, what it is saying, it is simple. Olori Tobi Phillips is at the verge of running a DNA test on those children. And from all we have gathered over time, might not be the potential mother of those children. So right now, who is going to be in charge of the test is what everybody is asking. We cannot just jump into conclusions yet, except we hear from the Oni, because the Oni was the one who requested for it. Because Tobi has kept on pushing, despite she was given a court order not to enter the palace. She just kept on, pushing in and out. She just kept on saying things that the Oni is not being fair enough. She deserves a listening ear. She ought to be listening to. The Oni is not trying, and all that she keeps on saying. So from all that Tobi is even saying, she's trying to prove a point that the Oni is being unfair and unjust to her. So as it is right now, Olori Tobi Phillips have gotten the just treatment that she was asking for. Because when they only requested that the only thing that will grant you my presence is a DNA test of those children you have. And Olori Tobi Phillips said, fine, I will give you a DNA test on one condition. If the DNA test of those children comes out positive, Tobi would likely return back into the palace, based on what Tobi have struck as an agreement with the Oni. So we now know that the Oni himself will not allow anybody at all, to tamper with those DNA tests. He will not allow it, because anybody that gets to tamper with that DNA test will definitely tamper with the authenticity of who will stay in the palace or who would leave the palace. So as it is right now that all of us are looking at it and all of us are seeing it, it has indeed become a thing of concern, because the way this matter is taking shape, the way this matter is turning, and the dimension to which this matter is advancing, it has indeed become a thing that we all look into. Because over time, Tobi has proven to us the kind of person she is. Tobi has practically done things that we have all doubted. Tobi has done things that does not warrant anything at all. So at this point, everybody is beginning to be curious. Everybody is beginning to think. Everybody is beginning to wonder that what exactly is happening. So as it is right now so the matter can't take, be my people. No matter what happens, we'll bring it fresh on this channel. And you see, this DNA test is one of the most sweetest things we have heard in recent times. And we know that the Oni will guide this DNA test jealously for it to come out so that he will see it. Because the end of this whole thing determines what will happen next. And the Oni himself wants his peace and sanity in that palace. So he will not want any single thing to happen to what will come out of it.